Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm bringing you the third video in this Colt Starting series with this young horse named Rev. So in our previous two videos we worked on teaching him to lunge both directions. We did the hip disengage, we did a backup, and then we worked on desensitizing some the next day with not only the flag but also the stick and string and then the tarp. We crossed the tarp, and all those things are very important in laying that foundation for your horses before you get on them, okay? So today, to save you guys, to be considerate to the viewers, I'm going to try not to include all the footage as we review those exercises, but just know while you're starting your colts at home, you want to go over those exercises every day. It's extremely important that these horses get connected, and every day you come out here and build the foundation of trust before you start working on something new. So my sessions are progressively going to get a little bit longer and longer as time goes on and as this horse gains new information until we put him under saddle. Okay, let's get into it. All right, so just like we worked on yesterday, I'm going to walk away from him with this pressure. I always start really slow and then progress as I see the horse is comfortable with it. Good job. Good boy. Good boy. There we go. Rub your ears a little bit. Okay. Back up a little bit. You're getting a little too close. There you go. All right. Sniff it again. Good job. All right. Bring it up to his shoulder. There wasn't even the slightest flinch there. He was completely comfortable with it. Really like that. Good job. I'm going to bring it over his neck just a little bit and let him see it in the offside eye while I rub him, and also making sure that I'm in a position where I can move if I need to in case he gets spooked and jumps toward me or away from the flag. Good job. Excellent. All right. Making some noise with it. Rub him in his itchy spots. Good job. Let him see the flag on the offside. That's okay. Make sure I'm not in a bad position. Good job. Excellent. And as he progresses, I really like to work on this flag exercise and let him see it in the offside a lot, because there are some horses who are going to really struggle with when you step on them. They'll see you on one side, and when they see you on the other side, it really freaks them out. So the more of this prep that you can do in a safe way, the better. Good job. There we go. Just kind of opens their mind up to new possibilities of things that may happen. He sees it under his belly. He's like, I don't know really what to think about that, but I think I'm okay. Good job. Down the back legs, up and over his back. Flag him next to the side. I didn't do this yesterday. Good job. Up behind the hip. Very nice. Raised his head up a little bit just to check out what was happening, but he didn't get spooked. He didn't move his feet. Back up. There we go. I don't want him to step on top of me. There we go. Okay, turn and walk away here. This is the one thing that he did find a little bit, he was a little concerned about it yesterday. Stay away. There we go. I want to be able to bring that flag up to him while he's trotting around. There we go. Good job. Take it away. Going. Good job. Get up to him. Nice work. All right, and then I'll step away. He's not softening the nose there. I'd like him to soften the nose regardless of whether I disengage or push the hip away or not. If I draw and step away, he needs to follow me. Good job. He's licking and chewing, so I'm just going to let him have a moment there. Good boy. Is that itchy? Good job. All right, let's go the other direction. I'd like him to step away from me a little bit more there. Use all my energy and just say, hey, step up. There we go. Step away. All right. There you go. There you go. There you go. I don't care if he slows down as long as he keeps on moving. There we go. As long as he looks relaxed and he's maintaining some sort of impulsion. I'd rather him slow down when he gets uncomfortable instead of speeding up. Good job. Very nice. Good job. All right, I'll just draw on him and ask him to step toward me. Good job. Make sure he's soft in the nose. Attaboy. Very nice. All right, let's work on the tarp. There we go. I was like, I remember this. I think we did this yesterday. Good job. All right, he's going over it. Okay, I don't think that I need to spend too much time working on that. Thankfully, that's always a privilege. It's always a fun thing to have whenever you bring a horse out here and they seem to just catch on and remember everything you taught them the day before and do even better, in fact. That's exactly what we want to do with these horses, though, is to, hey, slow down, slow down. I don't want you running up on it. There you go. There we go. Leave them better than we found them, you know. Every day put them away to where the next day they come out feeling even more confident, not shaken up, okay? So if you leave a horse on a bad note or you push them too far out of their comfort zone and they didn't actually get to the point where they felt in charge of what they were doing, then you put them back in the stall and the next day they come out even worse, okay? Good job, and we don't want that to happen. All right. Let's go over it one more time. There we go. Very nice. All right, he's licking and chewing. Send him the other direction. I don't have my stick here. I'm just working with my lead rope. Easy, don't run up on it. There we go. Excellent. There we go. Very nice. Drop it down. Good boy. There we go. Good job. I'm going to play with this a little bit here and just be sure that I can kind of push him around and he's comfortable with the rope, because when I switch to the flank rope, step back here, be sure I can draw him around here, bump on his nose, take a hold of him. When I switch to the flank rope, I don't have the stick to use in order to push the horse, in order to direct him where to go. So we need to be sure that he's very comfortable with the rope. Good job. Excellent. Good job. All right. I've got my lead rope in the crook of my arm here, okay? It's not so long that it's going to pull him around this direction, but also not long enough that he can run away and put me in a compromised situation if things do go bad, if he starts to second guess himself. Notice right there, see, it's right here at the point of his shoulder. So I've got him in control right here. If he starts to get worried, he can move the hip away, but I don't want him going straight that way and possibly kicking me or doing something else, okay? So I just toss this over their back, make sure they're comfortable with that. And once they are, I'm just gonna stay with him here. He thinks he needs to step. There we go. I'm gonna start swinging this ring rope right here and just wait till it comes up. See how I'm swinging it there and it's making contact on this side. And then once you have a nice little swing going, you can just go ahead and catch it. There we go. And before I tighten it down, run the tail end through there, then I'm just gonna rub it on his belly, make sure that he's comfortable with that. There's no big flinches, there's nothing that he's really worried about. And then I'm gonna turn it loose. There we go, and take it off. Good job, and I'll go ahead and do that on the other side as well. So again, gather your lead rope up, make sure you're at a safe distance there. Step up near the shoulder, throw it over, good job. Make sure he's comfortable with it, and then I'll just get a little swing going here. There we go. There we go. Rub it around. And you know, different people have different tools for catching the rope and stuff. If you really want to do that, they have little hook sticks and stuff like that. I prefer not to have any more tools than necessary out here. So that's why I like to do it this way. Good job. But if you have those other tools, by all means, utilize them if that's what makes you comfortable. All right, I'm going to go ahead and run the tail end through here. And once again, I don't sneak around on this horse. I just keep things moving, okay? There we go. We always start up on the girth area, okay? As high as we can up here. Now, sending them off is a little bit tricky. And the first thing I want to point out before we get going is that you always want to be sure your lead rope is shorter than your belly rope, okay? What happens here is that often people will start out and they think they're okay, but suddenly their lead rope is way longer than their belly rope and the horse is facing that direction and running off because the flank rope feels funny and they want to get rid of it as soon as possible. So that's not the position you want to be in. You don't want to run away a horse that's trying to get rid of a rope. You traumatize them to the rope. You go 10 steps backward instead of going forward. So shorten up this rope, and then you're going to use this flank rope here, this belly rope, and you're going to just kind of start spinning it like this and just get that, kind of slap that shoulder and ask them to step forward. Good job. Just like we drive with the stick on the shoulder, I'm going to use this rope and kind of do the same thing here. All right, so now it has absolutely no pressure on it. I'm going to draw up gently and then release. I don't give him time to give me the wrong answer. I'm not going to hold on to it till he freaks out about it. Draw up and then release. And this is ever so slight, just a few pounds of pressure, just barely any pressure at all. You do want to be sure that your horse is staying on a pretty big line out here and a pretty big circle out here, because you don't want that back foot to be able to reach you if they do get worried about it. Now this belly rope is sliding further and further back. I'm going to go ahead and disengage, shut him down, and then move it back up again so I can apply a little bit more pressure up in the girth area before we do move back to the flank area. Good job. Let's go ahead and step him off again. He's thinking about going the other direction, and because we're in a little bit of a compromised situation here, I'm going to go really slow and be careful how I add that energy there. Good job. All right, watch your ropes, step them over, use your energy wisely, tighten that up. Absolutely no response, that's flawless. Tighten it up again, absolutely no negative response, that's very nice. Tighten it up again. Now you can see I'm adding quite a bit of pressure here, and all that's happening is that when I lean on it right here or draw on it, he just steps in toward me. That is not a bad response at all. Now he's slowing down, relaxing, and quitting right on his own. Absolutely beautiful. That's the response you want to see. If you do have a horse that's starting to hump up and kick out a little bit, what you want to do is start with the least amount of pressure possible. So the barely any pressure that triggers that horse, you want to just kind of hold it there, and the moment they flatten out and quit hopping around, you want to release that pressure and let him move around flat, okay? You don't want to just take hold of this horse and pull on him like some old cowboy and just crank that rope down and then wait till they quit bucking, because for one, you could lose control of the horse, but for another, that defeats the whole purpose of approaching the saddling this way. What this allows me to do, and the reason I love the belly rope so much, is because unlike a cinch, if I were to get this horse ready for a saddle, throw the saddle on, and tighten up the cinch, once it's fastened, it's fastened. There's no way for me to use pressure and release to help him get through some of his fears or his discomforts. What this allows me to do is to constantly tighten it up and then release it, and then tighten it up and then release it, and help that horse build his confidence and get used to that new kind of pressure that he's feeling. Okay, there is nothing wrong with prepping a horse right and then saddling them and going straight through it that way. I have no problems with that whatsoever. I did it like that for years. But this is just one more step that allows us to be really, really thorough, and kind of what got us on this approach, or made us start approaching our horses this way and being extra, extra thorough, is our work with the warm bloods and the jumpers and the really feely horses that tend to be much more bronky. Horses like Mustangs who really need that thorough start. So that's what made us begin to use this approach, and I've just pretty much used it on every horse since, because it's just one more step that helps them get used to that pressure before we put a saddle on. Good job. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and send him off again, and we're going to let this rope slide back toward the back cinch area, and maybe even toward the flank a little bit more. There we go. Now once it's at that back cinch area, I'm going to tighten it up. Still no negative response. I'll slide it back just a little more. Still no negative response. I'll tighten it up just a little more, and he starts walking, and I'm completely fine with that. That's exactly what I want to see. Back him up a little bit. Stay off of me. Good job. I've got to watch my ropes a little bit, make sure they're not wrapping around anywhere. Now I'm going to go ahead and switch this to the other side. There we go. There. This horse is being a champ in every way possible, and in one sense I kind of wish he would do a little bit more so I could show you guys how to work through it, and in the other sense I am thoroughly enjoying working with a horse who is walking through all the steps this nicely and this calmly. All right, I'll go ahead and tighten that pressure down. He trotted off a little bit. I don't know if he knows what to do with it. Tighten it down again. Good job. Good job. Just keep them out there. You don't want to put yourself in a bad situation. Very nice. There's just zero negative response to this. Absolutely love that. Good job. Very good. All right, go ahead and disengage. I'm not going to try and find a bad spot. If I have a really tough one, then after I get them really thorough in the girth area and the back cinch area, I'll actually move the rope back to the flank area, and I'll also throw it around the hip and lunge them that way too. But I have seen this horse's nature through the past couple days, and he is just adapting to everything so well. His mind is so good, he's so solid, that I don't feel the need to throw all those extra things at him just for the sake of this video. So that is another way, one more step that you can take if you would like to be sure that your horse is 100% comfortable with this. Good job. Take that off of him. Very, very nice. All right, guys, that ties up this third session with Rev. I'm really excited about how he's doing. Again, it's been a lot of fun with him up to this point. I want you guys to take these steps. They're going to work on any horse that you are working with. You just may have to be a lot more thorough. I know I keep reiterating that. I sound like a broken record, but it's so important to me that you take these steps to make sure that your horse is completely comfortable with them before moving on. Not every horse is going to get this far in a couple hours, okay? So be sure that you take your time, take as many days as you need, as many weeks as you need, till you and your horse both have a good bond of trust and are very comfortable in your partnership. All right, so tomorrow we're going to be working on saddling him for the first time. We're going to take him to the round pen and make sure that he can walk, trot, and lope with the saddle on, and we're going to prep him for his first ride. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.